and from the outsider's perspective, would crush most people.
Yeah.
And you survived that, and more than
survived.
Well,
it's funny, I went to see that John Lennon film the other night, Nowhere Boy.
Yeah.
And they were all saying, wasn't it hellish? And I was thinking, that's nothing.
Well, but for people who don't know your life, I mean, it's been 10 years, roughly 10 years since you and your wife published a book where you talk about your upbringing, including all the things you had to go through.
Yes.
Molestation and at the hands of your father. Like, it crushes most people, Billy.
It doesn't crush most people. You only hear the crushing stories.
Okay, so then tell me about how you were able to kind of get through that.
There are examples of good all around you, you know. Even if in your own house things aren't going so good, you've got your friends' houses. You've got proof everywhere that this isn't normal. You know, Jackie Maxwell, Frankie McBride, all my pals lived in happy houses that I loved to be in. Mm-hmm. Their parents joked with them and had a laugh. Mine didn't joke with me and have a laugh. You know, the biggest problem I had was a school teacher called Flora MacDonald, who was a nightmare. So I just left my nightmare house and would go to school to this other ugly nightmare. And she was a bitch, you know. Yeah. And she really was a biatch. Wait, I'll tell you this. My daughter was graduating at Glasgow University, and I went along with strawberry tarts and champagne. We're all standing. And a guy came along with a sports jacket with the leather elbows, and he said, I believe we have someone in common in our lives. I believe my aunt taught you. And I said, oh, really? What was her name? He said, Flora MacDonald. It didn't even leave his lips. And I said, she was a bitch. He said, well, she was a little peculiar. I said, no. Wasn't anything peculiar about her. She was a bitch.
So you have this, nightmare in your house, a nightmare at that point.
This woman dreamed long division and came in and hit me with it every day. Long division, Connolly.
Well, where did the comedy come from? Where did the I'm a funny guy come from?
I think all comedy comes from there. I think comedy comes from a dark place. Or not so much dark, it comes from uncomfortable places.